Hello everyone, my name is Pranav Teja. Welcome to my Tech Talk video presentation. This is from the subject Python, and my topic for this Tech Talk video presentation is how to create mobile apps with Python. This is a interesting topic which I got. Um, so I'm from CSM branch B section. Uh, so let's get started. Introduction. These days, developers are highly likely to be working on a mobile or web application. Python doesn't have built-in mobile development capabilities, but there are packages you can use to create mobile applications like Kiwi, PyQt, or even Beaver's Toga library. These libraries are all major players in the Python mobile space. However, there are some benefits you will see if you choose to create mobile applications with Kiwi. Now we are selecting this Kiwi in this presentation. This is one way for to create application using this Python. So some benefits you will see if you choose to create mobile applications with Kiwi. Not only will your applications look the same on all platforms, but you also won't need to compile your code after every change. What's more, you will be able to use Python's clear syntax to build your applications. Kiwi. Let's first talk what is this Kiwi. Kiwi was first released in the early 2011. This cross-platform Python framework can be deployed to Windows, Mac, Linux, and Raspberry Pi. It supports multi-touch events in addition to regular keyboard and mouse inputs. Kiwi even supports GPU acceleration of its graphics. See, this is the logo of this Kiwi. This is the logo. Now, understanding the Kiwi framework. Kiwi does not attempt to use native controls or widgets. All of its widgets are custom drawn. This means that Kiwi applications will look the same across all platforms. However, it also means that your apps look and feel will differ from your user's native applications. This could be a benefit or a drawback depending on your audience. Kiwi has many dependencies, so it's recommended that you install it into a Python virtual environment. You can use either Python's built-in venv library or the virtual env package. Uh, Now let's talk about working with Kiwi widgets. A widget is an on-screen control that the user will interact. All graphical user interface toolkits come with a set of widgets. Some common widgets that you may have used include buttons, combo boxes, and tabs. Kiwi has many widgets built into its framework. So, some common widgets that you may have used includes buttons, combo boxes, and tabs. Kiwi has many widgets built into its framework. Now, moving to the next slide. Kiwi has a couple of different image related widgets to choose from. You can use image to load local images from your hard drive or async image ASYNC to upload to load an image from a URL. For this example, you'll stick with the standard image class. From this is the code we'll be using. So from kiwi.app import app from kiwi.uix.image import image class. This is the code, and in this code you import image from the kiwi.uix image subpackage. The image class takes a lot of different parameters, but the one that you want to use is source. This tells Kiwi which image to load. Here, you pass a fully qualified path to the image. The rest of the code is the same as what you saw in the previous example. When when you run this code, you will see something like the following. This is what you will see. I'm sorry, my video is interrupting this image. See, this is the image you'll see after you run this code. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Adding events. Now, Kiwi is mostly event based. What does it mean by this event based? The framework responds to user key presses, mouse events, and touch events. Kiwi has the concept of a clock that you can use to schedule function calls for some time in the future. Kiwi also has the concept of properties which works with the event dispatcher. Properties help you do validation checking. They also let you fire events whenever a widget changes its size or position. So what is mean? I will repeat the sentence once again. Kiwi also has the concept of properties which works with the event dispatcher. It has what are those properties? Properties help you to validation checking. They also let you fire events whenever a widget changes its size or position. This method implicitly takes in the widget instance, which is the button object itself. Finally, a message will print to stdout whenever the user uh, what's the word that behind my camera is press. Whenever the user press your button. I'm sorry, my video is this space is being occupied by my video. Sorry for that. Now, using the KV language. This is a language which this Kiwi application has. So let's talk about this. Kiwi also provides a design language called KV that you can use with your Kiwi applications. These Kiwi applications uses this KV language. This is a bit different uh, from others from others. The KV language lets you separate your interface design from the application's logic. This follows the separation of concerns principle and is part of the model view controller architectural patterns. This code might look a bit odd at first glance, as it creates a button without setting any of its attributes or binding it to any events. What's happening here is that Kiwi will automatically look for a file that has the same name as the class in lowercase, without the app part of the class name. So this is interesting. Once again, I'll repeat the paragraph for you. This KV language, it has this KV language. Uh, this Kiwi application has this KV language. This code might look a bit odd at first glance, as it creates a button without setting any of its attributes or binding it to any events. What's happening here is that Kiwi will automatically look for a file that has the same name as the class in lowercase, without the app part of the class name. Now, we have seen what the KV language is. Now let's come to packaging your app for Android. Now that you have finished the code for your application, you can share it with others. One great way to do that is to turn your code into an application that can run on your Android phone. Once those are installed, copy your application into your new folder and rename it to main.py. So after we have done the coding job, uh, you can share it with others. One great way is to do that is to turn your code into an application that can run on your Android phone. Once the application uh, which we are running on the Android phone is installed, once those are installed, copy your application into your new folder and rename it to main.py. This is required by build If you don't have the file named correctly, then the build will fail. See this application is required by the bulldozer, so you have to name the file correctly or else the build will fail. The build step takes a long time. First, you need to install a package called Bulldozer with pip. For the build step takes a long time. For as this bulldozer requires the name that should be mentioned correctly. So for this process, the build takes a long time. For that, first you will need to install a package called Bulldozer with pip. So first and foremost is to install a package called Bulldozer with pip. Without that, you cannot run that application. The next step is to connect your Android phone to your computer and copy the APK file to it. The next step, what is that? The built-in after that build process. Once that app that is finished, the next step. What is the next step? The next step is to connect your Android phone to your computer and copy the APK file to it. And the whatever the application is run on your Android phone, we have to connect the Android phone to the computer and copy the APK file to it. Then you can open the file browser on your phone and click on the APK file. Android should ask you if you would like to install the application. Once the application is done, the next job is to run the APK file and open your application. That's it. Our job is done. So if it's I'm repeating the steps again. uh, After the last step is packaging your app for Android. Now that you have finished the code for your application, you can share it with others. One great way to do that is to turn your code into an application that can run on your Android phone. Once those are installed, copy your application into your new folder and rename it to main.py. This is required by Bulldozer. If you don't have the file named correctly, then the build will fail. The build steps takes a long time. First, you will need to install a package called Bulldozer with pip. The next step is to connect your Android phone to your computer and copy the APK file to it. Then you can open the file browser on your phone and click on the APK file. Android should ask you if you would like to install the application or not. Now, I hope you understood this process, understood this concept. Uh, yeah, that's it. The application is done successfully. Now, let's move on to the next slide. So, what is the conclusion? Kiwi, what we have done in this presentation is we have used the Yeah, there are many ways to build app using Python. Python has several programs uses Python language to run to f- by which we can install we can create apps. So the one of the ways is through Kiwi application. It is the best way, according to me, to create a mobile app using Python language. As Python is dynamic language, it is an easy to easy for the function. So the conclusion, Kiwi is a really interesting GUI framework that you can use to create desktop user interfaces and mobile applications on both iOS and Android. Kiwi is a really interesting GUI framework. That framework, it is very helpful and very interesting that you can use to create desktop user interface and mobile applications on both iOS and Android. Python is used in every area in this modern technology. Many of the apps today are using Python because Python is easy to program, easy to learn, easy to function with, and easy to build many apps. And now this modern technology, modern social media apps like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, these are all running by Python. So yeah, Kiwi applications will not look like the native apps on any platform. This can be an advantage if you want your application to look and feel different from the competition. Kiwi applications are not like other apps that you find generally on any platform. This is a bit different. This is quite different. This can be an advantage if you want to your application to look this by this your applications looks different. You can use it in much more efficient way, much more easy way, effortlessly. So it has many uses, many properties, many features. If you use these Kiwi applications for your mobile application, to build your mobile app, to create your mobile application, so it can run on iOS and Android. Okay, this can be an advantage if you want your application to look and feel different from the competition. Several other apps are coming, are flowing in this modern world. So if you want your app to be at the top, use use this. It looks different and feels different from the other competitions. Many other users will find it more different and more outstanding than other apps if you use this Kiwi application which uses Python. So that is my presentation. That is this. Thank you for giving me opportunity for this tech talk video. I hope you all guys understood my tech talk presentation video. Thank you.